Hey guys, it's Jaime Pfeffer back with another pick a card reading. And in this reading, we are asking the question, can you trust this person? If you are interested in finding out whether or not you can trust somebody in your life right now, you are definitely going to want to stick around for this video. Okay, so like I said right before the break, we are looking at, can you trust this person? And let me actually add, can you trust this situation, okay? So this is a pick a card, and we are actually going to be doing a pick a crystal today. So what you want to do first is take a very deep cleansing breath in. And then let it out. We do this because you want to let go of any attachments or anything else that could be in your energy field at this time, okay? So once you've done that, you want to look at the three crystals that are in front of you. We've got a lapis lazuli tower right here. This will be A. In the middle, we've got a rose quartz tower. And on the end, we have a white jade tower or point. So take as long as you need to. You can pause the video if you need to see which one is speaking to you. And it's perfectly okay to choose more than one. Once you have your pick, you can go down below the video in the description box. You will find the timestamps listed. I also try to list the timestamps in the comments under the video. That way, you don't have to watch the entire reading. You can just jump to your stack if you did pick B or C. Okay? So, after the break, we will jump into whether or not you can trust this person or situation. Okay, for everybody that chose stack or crystal A, you picked this absolutely gorgeous lapis lazuli obelisk, okay? I chose the obelisk style today, which you might recognize from the Washington Monument, okay? But there really are, this is a very common shape for monuments or even like awards and things. I chose these because it has a very masculine energy. And I think that in this situation, having a masculine energy on your side, being in your power, is really going to help you. And so if you're not familiar with lapis lazuli, it is exactly the same as sodalite, which is the same blue color, except it also has the mineral pyrite in it. So that is where the lapis lazuli gets its gorgeous gold stripes. Lapis lazuli is an absolutely excellent stone for the third eye. So if you are trying to work on your psychic gifts or abilities, or you're trying to work on visioning, getting clearer vision, communicating really, sending or receiving messages from spirit or anything really. I'm actually hearing like even telepathic communication. Lapis lazuli is a fantastic stone. The other thing about lapis lazuli is that it is an amazing stone for writers. So lapis lazuli is one of the first stones that I ever received. And I got it from my husband. At the time I was working on a lot of writing. And he just went into a jewelry store and picked out what was speaking to him. And I'm so glad he did, because then I found out that it's an amazing stone for writers. So if you are a writer or a communicator and you feel like you have some kind of block, if you've got writer's block or if there's a creative block or you feel like someone is trying to block what you have to say. Oh, okay, so I'm also hearing with the gold, if you feel like your prosperity is blocked, lapis lazuli would be an excellent crystal for you to get. And also, I keep hearing Isis. So Isis is an Egyptian goddess, and you may want to look that up, or you could actually book something with me and I can tell you more about Isis and how Isis's energy can help you. Also, this is really reminding me of Archangel Michael, because Archangel Michael is this dark blue color. So the thing that I'm hearing to tell you is that you are protected and Archangel Michael is with you. He is giving you signs and symbols and synchronicities. So make sure that you're listening to those things. So next we're going to look at your cards. So I picked 2 specific decks to work with today, and so I've got the Archangel Power Tarot cards by Radley Valentine, because these cards are really about getting empowered. And I love that there's a lion on here. I didn't even notice it when I picked the deck, but I was just outside meditating and I saw a lion in my meditation. So there's that, and then you notice all the yellow. These are really about an empowering energy. So this question is really about empowering yourself. And you'll have to excuse my camera. It's like I'm trying a new setup today, and it keeps doing that zooming in and zooming out. So the other deck that I picked is the Indigo Angel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. So in indigo, as you can see, it's the same exact color, which I didn't even plan on. And I don't even know if I'm going to use the same cards for the other 2 crystals. So it's very interesting. Indigos are really people that are searching for the truth, and they can really feel the truth in their bodies. Okay, so if you resonate with that, indigos can sometimes be termed by other people that don't understand them like challenging, or they might even be called like high maintenance, but that is totally not the truth. Indigos can feel the truth on such a deep, deep level, and they strive for the truth in everything that they do. And the individuals that think that they're high maintenance or asking for too much, the reason that they're doing that is because the indigos are onto something that that individual is hiding, okay? So that's the impression that I'm getting overall with this right away. But let's find out, can you trust this person or situation? So right off the bat, your first card is Send Love. So before we even start this reading, what I want you to do is take a moment and close your eyes and imagine that you have this lapis lazuli crystal with you, and you're actually going to hold it up to your third eye, okay? Just imagine doing that. It's very cool to the touch. And what I want you to do is imagine sending love to this individual or to the situation that you're dealing with. And now I want you to imagine receiving love, and that love is going to be coming from above you. See it going in through the crown of your head, see it going into your third eye, see it going into your throat chakra, see it going into your heart chakra. All of this love energy that is coming in for you. Now see it going into your solar plexus. Next, receive it into your sacral chakra, and then into your root chakra. And then I want you to imagine that there is a bubble of white light around you. And nothing can penetrate that bubble unless you choose it. So you choose to let it in. Okay, now that we've done that, let's take a look at these cards, and I'm choosing to shuffle on camera today. Okay, well, here you go. I know that this is definitely ringing true for me, and it says, you already know. So, what is your impression? What was your impression before you listened to this? And I think it's important to say that sometimes, especially if we're highly sensitive or empathic or an indigo, we already know the answer, and because of conditioning or because of things that may have occurred with us in the past with other people, particularly caretakers or people that we really cared about, telling us to go against what we felt inside, we may numb what we feel inside, or we may stuff what we feel inside, okay? So think about what you really thought when you got the information that you got about this situation or this person. What did you really think originally? and that's going to help you. And I'm actually going to pick another card. So, okay, so the next card that came out was Allow Love, but it is in the upside down position. And this is why it's important to listen to an experienced psychic, because if I was somebody who just learned how to read cards, or I was trying to make myself be able to read cards, and I didn't really have the abilities, or hadn't really had the experience or spent the time learning and having clients and doing this work on a daily basis, really every minute of every day, because I use it constantly in my own life, I could see an inexperienced person saying, you need to allow more love in. And that may be true. You may need to allow more love in. But what I was really getting from this was, don't allow someone's manipulation to sway you. That was really what I was getting. And if we want to go into allow love, allow your own love and allow your higher power's love to come in. So that's what I got. Let's look at your Power Tarot cards next. There goes my camera again. It's like it doesn't know what to focus on, right? So that could actually be an indication of where you're at. Doesn't know what to focus on. Okay, so your next card is the Seven of Michael, which is the Seven of Air. I'm so happy that an Archangel Michael card came out, because remember I told you Archangel Michael is this color blue. And I mean, is that the same color blue or what? I mean, there's even gold in this card, just like there's gold in this lapis lazuli. So that's so beautiful. So the Seven of Air, that's what this card is. Seven of Swords is somebody who is trying to manipulate somebody else. So this is, and even upright, it says there is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. But in the reverse, this is talking about somebody who is manipulating. I mean, that's immediately what I thought of. So the fact that it says working alone may not be the best answer, I feel like it may trip some of you up, because you may think, well, if I don't work with this person, or, you know, you may be in a situation, I feel like you are, where you need to decide whether you want to move forward with somebody on something. And that's why you're here. So hearing working alone may not be the best answer may cause you to think, oh, well, that means that I need to work with this person. But what I'm telling you is that there's some kind of manipulation going on here. The Seven of Swords in reverse is not a great card. So there's something here that's not above board and that doesn't have your best interest at heart, okay? Working alone, I mean, it's in reverse, so maybe it is good for you to work alone. Let's get some more information here. Okay, great. Wow, your next two cards are great. So your next card is the Ten of Gabriel. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. So this is the Ten of Wands, which tells me that this is a circumstance that has to do with either your career, divine guidance that you're receiving, or something that you're really, really passionate about, something that you really want, okay? And Gabriel is the archangel of creativity, of writers, and I talked about writers at the beginning. So, and you may not just be doing the written word. You may be a speaker. You may be needing to do writing or marketing or something for your business. So just know that you've got Gabriel on your side. And also, before I started your cards, I was really thinking about the Two of Swords, which is a card that's about like a major decision that you have to make. It's like you have to go one way or the other way. The woman is blindfolded in the regular tarot card. And this really reminds me of it. We've got these two crossing trumpets right here, because Gabriel's symbol is a trumpet. So I'm reminded of the Two of Swords again. And in the Two of Swords, the woman in the card already knows what the right decision is. She's wearing a blindfold because she's not listening to her intuition, okay? But I feel like this may be a circumstance where you are maybe interviewing or doing something with this other person that you're asking, should I trust this? You are trying to lighten your load. I really do feel that way. I don't know that this particular person is the right person for you, though. And then your next card is the Sun. So what I'm really getting is 10s are always about the end of something difficult, right? Trying too hard to please others. So that was really sticking out for me as well. So think about whether or not you're trying too hard to please others. Also think about within your circumstance, right? It feels like there may be a trigger here from something that happened previously in your life, okay? That may not apply to everybody. And if you really want to know the very, very specifics about your own situation, I do encourage you to book a private reading. That is the absolute best way to find out how everything pertains to you, okay? But they're not saying don't get any help, because getting the help is the right move, and you've got the Sun card here. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. I just feel like this person that you're dealing with right now may not be the perfect person for this situation. And at the very least, listen to your intuition, listen to the pangs in your body or the nudges or the tightness or whatever it is that you're feeling that's causing you to feel conflicted, right? Do some journaling around that, and then maybe like set it and forget it instead of having this sense of urgency of like, I've got to get this figured out right now, right? Like just set it aside for a little while and then come back to it. And I think that you're going to be in a much better energy. Right, so sunflowers are here too. That's about turning toward the light, okay? So just because the first person doesn't work out doesn't mean that everybody's not going to work out, right? So that is what I have for your reading, Stack A or Crystal A. I really hope you enjoyed it. I will put a link below for Lapis Lazuli if you are interested in getting a piece. I mean, this is so gorgeous. My husband also bought me this piece a while ago. The other thing I forgot to mention is if you are new to the channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please go down below and make sure to click on the red subscribe button and click on the wiggly bell if you are interested in receiving free readings like these. If you don't feel comfortable yet, I completely understand and respect that. But if you just haven't thought about it, it would be great if you subscribe. So when you click on the wiggly bell, you ensure that you receive the readings as I do them. And YouTube is the first place that the readings go. I have some other social media, but those always follow YouTube. Okay? And lastly, if you did resonate with the reading and you feel inclined, I would absolutely love to hear how it sat with you, if it pertains to anything having to do with you. I will talk to you again very soon. Bye. Hey, to everybody that chose Crystal 2. And this crystal is a very well-known one. And it is the gorgeous rose quartz. Very, very soft energy, beautiful energy. And yeah, I will make sure to put a link to rose quartz below. You can get it in a lot of different shapes and sizes. I really, really love this one that's got the terminated point on the end. It's a little tower. And rose quartz is, of course, used for cultivating unconditional love. It's very, very good for self-love and gentleness, encouragement, support. If you lose someone, if there's heartbreak, yeah, anything like that. So there is a very different energy in this reading than there was in the last reading, although I am feeling like Archangel Gabriel did make a cameo in the last reading, so that's interesting. I'm doing something different this time, and I realize my sound isn't great, and it's just because I'm in a different room of my house, and I'm using different cards for every crystal. I just was really guided to do that, so that's what I'm doing. So I looked over at my decks of cards and I was guided to pick from this deck, which is from Healing Crystals, and I will put a link to this below if you are interested. These are information cards and it's an oracle deck. These are really how I got to know crystals. They really helped me, along with following Healing Crystals Facebook page, because they have so much great content, and I'm actually now a contributor there. I've been a contributor there for at least 3 years, but they have so much great content, and I learned so much just buying the crystals and then using these different cards and then following them on Facebook. So if you are looking to learn more about crystals, they are an excellent resource, and it is a nonprofit. Okay, so right out of the gate, your first card is the Herkimer Diamond. And the Herkimer Diamond is about divine guidance, high vibration, and attunement. So I'm very curious if you do Reiki, have received Reiki recently, or if you are working on clearing your chakras. And your phrase is, spiritual communication comes naturally to me. So again, just like stack A, this is all about listening to yourself and your own intuition. Wow. Okay. So Heliodor jumped out of the deck for you. And as you can see, it's this yellow crystal, and it talks about, it relates to the solar plexus, the third eye, and the crown chakras. Well, stack A also related to the third eye majorly. So you may want to check out stack A, just keeping in mind that every single thing in there may not pertain to you. So you're going to have to take what you like and leave the rest, okay? Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And this is great. So this talks about independence, protection, and vitality. Wow, I succeed in all of my endeavors. So whatever this situation is about that you're asking, can I trust this person or can I trust the situation? When it comes to can I trust this situation, you absolutely can trust yourself, okay? That's what this is telling me. You are going to succeed. There is no way that you're not going to succeed, okay? So what I'm really getting about the independence and the protection and the vitality is, it's very important that you maintain a sense of healthy control in the situation that you are in, okay? Give yourself love, give yourself understanding, give yourself compassion, okay? Instead of relying on the other people to be this way, because they just may not have been raised this way, or they may not know how to do that, okay? You actually need to show them that. Okay? And you need to stay independent, just like this card's talking about. Don't become super dependent on this person. It's okay to be open to their suggestions. Well, actually, I want to look at your cards, but it's okay to be open to their suggestions and all that, but it's important that you protect yourself and your energy. That's why it's talking about vitality, okay? You can be open when you feel like being open, okay? So what I mean by that is, if it's not a good time for you to listen to somebody else's suggestions, don't ask them for suggestions, or make sure that if they start bringing something up to you that you just aren't in the space to listen to right then, that you say, this isn't a good time for me to do this. I appreciate it, but this isn't a good time for me, okay? I really feel like the energy that I'm feeling is like somebody that's like dominating and controlling, okay? And I keep thinking of this circumstance of somebody that I was talking to the other day who was talking to me about getting their house remodeled, and the fact that she can't wait until it's over because she hired all of these people, and even though it's her house, they're basically telling her how everything needs to happen. And she's like, I don't really want it that way. I want it this way. But these people, and most of them happen to be men, okay? I'm just going to say that. Not to bash men, but because I don't know if it pertains to you or not in your circumstance. So it could just be a masculine energy that's unbalanced, okay? So it could be a woman who has an unbalanced masculine energy, okay? And so it's important to protect yourself and your energy, and it's important to maintain your independence. It's important also to give that nurturing, unconditional love that you give to other people to yourself in this circumstance, okay? And then the other card that wanted to come out was Zinsight. And so Zinsight is about transformation, manifestation, and innovation. So what I'm getting, gorgeous. I discover abundance by following my intuition, okay? So what I'm really getting from this is about grounding yourself and grounding whatever the situation is for you, this manifestation. This is something that you want. Like this situation around, can I trust this person? It's related to something that you really want, something that is really important to you, that you've wanted it for a while, okay, and you don't want to give up on it, and maybe it's taken a lot of time to get to the place where you're at, okay? And so you don't want to give away your independence, and you want to stay protected. You want to transform this old energy of this oppressive or dominating type of person or situation or energy really oppressing you, okay? You want to transform that. And that's what this crystal is talking to you about. And you want to get your manifestation. And the way that you're going to get your manifestation is by being innovative, okay? So yes, these people are here, like in the example of the woman that was remodeling her house. She needs those people she needs their services, right? But they aren't the only people in the world that can do wallpapering or that can do whatever it is, whatever type of remodel she's having done, okay? So I think it's also really important to keep that in mind with your circumstance, especially if it's with somebody that can easily be replaced. Like, you don't need to put up with other people's BS or their misogyny or whatever it is. Like, there are other people that can also do this job. Okay, so, and then I happen to see meteorite. Distance healing, I love it because Reiki can be done distance. So if you don't do Reiki or you haven't had Reiki recently, I would definitely take this as a synchronicity that it would really help you to get some distance Reiki done for yourself. And then the transition. So this is talking about the transition that you are going through as you stand in your power and say, this is what I need, this is what I want, and you let go of what the other person's response is going to be. You let go of keeping yourself open to taking on their response, which could be negative, right? I feel like, iron meteorite, okay? These meteorites are things that come in from space and they make it through the Earth's shield and they arrive here on Earth, okay? So this is a really hard, tough type of energy. Iron, right? Iron ore. This is just amazing, okay? You're going to be like iron. I also want to suggest hematite to you, or tiger iron. Those are some really strong metals that will protect you. So you're going to bring in some metal energy into your energy field, and you are going to be able to release. I feel like this has so much more, this is so much deeper than just this little circumstance that you have going on, okay? So what you're going to be doing is you are going to have the metal toughness and the grounding of the earth and this power and independence along with your femininity, your softness, your gentleness, and your nurturing. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please go down below and leave me a comment. I love hearing from you. And also, if you haven't yet and you feel inclined, if you like my readings and you would like to get them when I put them out, please make sure to go down below and click on the red subscribe button. And right next to that is a wiggly bell. Once you click that, you will get a notification every time I do a reading. And I have been told by many, many people that my readings are spot on and they're very similar to having kind of your own psychic on speed dial, let's say. So if you enjoy, please make sure to subscribe. I will talk to you again very soon. Bye. Hi to everybody that chose Crystal C, and this is a 6-sided white jade point. White jade is really an amazing crystal. This is another crystal that I got for my husband. All 3 of them today were purchased for me by him. And white jade, first of all, is great for purification. It's great for purifying negative energies, negative thoughts. It's really good for purifying if you have doubts about something, you aren't trusting yourself, and it's really good for getting in touch with your intuition. So this is like a crown chakra stone, and it will help you get connected to divine guidance, which of course is what you want. So that is white jade, and I will put a link down below in the description box, which is located below the video, if you are interested in getting yourself a piece of white jade. So I'm doing something a little differently today. I'm pulling from different decks for each crystal, A, B, and C. So they've all been different decks. So for you, I was going to pull from a different deck, but now I'm feeling like we need to pull from these 2. So healing crystal cards. Let's find out what you get. Is this a trustworthy person or situation? Wow, okay, Cinnabar. And the message on the back right away was, I am powerful. So it's really important for you to know that you have the power in this situation, okay? Oh, and Cinnabar is about manifestation, dignity, and vitality. So manifestation was mentioned in the 2nd stack, and vitality was mentioned, I believe it was vitality. I can't remember if it was the 1st or the 2nd. So you might want to think about that. Also, I'm noticing the zebra jasper, which talks about optimism, stability, and balance. And it says, my energies are balanced and united. So I feel like you've got 2 energies inside of you that are kind of pulling you in different directions. And then I noticed the orange aventurine next, which talks about confidence, creativity, and energy. And it says, I am confident and filled with vitality. Okay, so it's really important that you get into a confident, I almost said cosmic, a confident mindset, knowing that you have what you need inside of you, okay? And this one decision, this one person isn't going to make or break your life, even though it probably feels that way right now. And so then I was hearing to look at the indigo angels, because indigo angels are about truth. Is this a trustworthy situation? Okay, acceptance in the reverse. So you're going to need to ask yourself whether or not you have been accepting this situation and whether or not you want to accept this situation. It doesn't seem like you want to accept either what you've been told or what is being shown to you by this other person. Is this a trustworthy situation? Is this a trustworthy person? What do they need to know about this situation? You are special. I love it. You are special. And we've got a butterfly right here, which is about transformation. We've got some yellow and orange here and green behind her. So there's something going on related to your heart chakra, and there's something going on related to your solar plexus and sacral chakras. So let me get a little bit more information. Let's see. I'm going to pull from the Archangel Power Tarot cards. Okay, so right at the bottom is the 5 of Gabriel, which is the 5 of Wands, and this says, a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. So my guess is that you're feeling kind of fired up right now. This is a bit of a fiery card. It usually indicates like competition. between people. Sometimes it's thought of as like male sport or bonding, but if you're in this, ugh, not a great feeling. So what is the situation that's causing the problems for the people that picked crystal C, which is the white jade? What is the situation that's causing the problems? Okay, 8 of Michael, which is the 8 of air. And this is someone who has themselves basically, it's like tied up and handcuffed, right? So it talks about you can be free, make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. Gosh, this deck is so big. I wish it was a little bit smaller. What is going on in this situation that is causing them to question the trust? Okay, so you got the page of air in reverse, and it's talking about an exciting challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. So I feel like for whatever reason, something has come up in this scenario and you don't feel like you have what it takes to succeed. You're feeling trapped in this situation. One more card about this situation. One more card about this situation. Okay, so you've got the Emperor. This can be a very strong masculine energy, and it can also be about you needing stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. So, what do they need to know about the situation that they're questioning? You know what? I want to move over here. What do they need to know about this situation that they're questioning? I'm really feeling like I need to take one of these Louise A cards. Okay. Wow. So the card that jumped out was life is simple and easy. And you see this person here riding a horse. Horses are about freedom. Okay. So that's the total opposite of this scenario, which is you're not free in your mind in this scenario, okay? And it says, all that I need to know at any given moment is revealed to me. I trust myself and I trust life. All is well. So you may really be in your head about this situation. Can they trust this situation or person? 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 Okay, wow. Every thought I think is creating my future. The universe totally supports me, supports every thought I choose to think and believe. I have unlimited choices about what I think. I choose balance, harmony, and peace, and I express it in my life. And as I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not being good enough, and I am free to love myself. And this is about I forgive myself. So my question is, what happened in this scenario? And it's going to be different for everybody that's watching, but somewhere you thought you were going to be successful and something happened and you weren't. Or you don't believe that you are, okay? This is talking about forgiving yourself. This is talking about not wanting to accept something. Or maybe the person in the situation is telling you something that doesn't feel true for you. So that doesn't align with you, okay? I'm really getting the feeling that this is about trusting yourself and your higher power. So if that is what your question is, yes, you can trust yourself and your higher power. Doing some forgiveness work for yourself if maybe you didn't see something that was occurring. Oops, sorry about that. And you're just seeing it now. But it's really important that you know that you are special and that this situation will shift. So these fairy cards are really talking to me. So let's see what the fairies want to tell you about this situation. Arrows. Direction is yours to choose today. Your inner light will guide the way. So, not knowing what the situation is for you or the person, this is really talking about listening to yourself, okay? Forgive yourself if you didn't listen to yourself in the past. Know that you are extremely special. You might want to do some clearing of your sacral and solar plexus chakras. If somebody said something to you that upset you, you don't have to accept that as true for you. Just because something is true for someone else doesn't mean that it's true for you, okay? And it's really important that you keep your thoughts positive and understand that the universe totally supports every thought that you choose to think and believe, and that you do have unlimited choices, okay? What else? Let's do one more fairy card. I feel like it's kind of still leaving it up in the air, but I love that these are this light pink. Great. Family. Wherever you go, whatever you do, your family is here for you. And for me, this may not be your actual blood family, okay? You may actually not even be on really great terms with your family at this time. But this is talking about your spiritual family, your spirit guides, your supporters, and anybody that you consider family, okay? Wherever you go, whatever you do, your family is here for you. This also includes the family members inside of you. It could be, like your inner children, and it could also pertain to deceased loved ones. So I am going to leave you there. If you would like to get a piece of white jade, check the description box down below, and please remember to leave me a comment if you enjoyed the reading. I really love hearing from you. And also, please subscribe to the channel if you aren't subscribed already. Make sure to click on the wiggly bell. That way you will receive the readings as soon as I put them out. Okay? Have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.